This turned out to happen yesterday,
actually.
This is Darin Steen. These guys are playing boxing later today. He's going to try and box you. But you guys, this is Darin Steen. He's Dr. Joe Mercola's personal trainer. If you've never been on that website, go home and check out Mercola.com and see what that's all about. But here's a person who, we talk about Max Mind and Maximize Living, we talk about fitness, we talk about all these essentials. This is somebody who's living these essentials. He's got an amazing story, and I thank him. I'm very appreciative for coming to share it tonight.
I just got to know this guy. He was in line at Chipotle, and I looked over, never seen him before. And I started talking to him. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Isn't it awesome to have people that are really passionate about helping you out in front of you? You can tell he's excited about what he does, can't you? And he believes in it. And we just met in the line at Chipotle, and here we're becoming friends, and we want to help each other out. So that's why I'm here. I turned 46 in June. I'm in the best shape of my life. How many people have heard of Dr. Joe Mercola? He's got great information. Like Matt said, if you go home, if you have not heard of his stuff, go home and sign up for his newsletter. He's a holistic doctor. He was a DO before, and he got tired of being a drug pusher because generally medical doctors just give you a drug to mask the symptom, and they don't really slow down enough to ask you what the root cause is, right? And that's a spiral downward. So anyway, I just got back from there today, so I'm running a little late. I not only trained Dr. Mercola, and he's very powerful. He's the #1 holistic doctor in the world, actually. He has a list of 3 million people. He doesn't even treat people in his practice because he knows he can affect the world better and faster with his newsletter. And he's not God. He's a little bit out there, but he's really against the common thinking of everyone following the herd, bottom line. So sign up for his newsletter, and I send it out every week, and you'll see me I'm the face of his fitness site, so you'll see me on videos on there, and that's really cool, so you can see me, I'm a real person. And the fitness site is really cool. I don't only train him, I train his CEO, I train his upper management staff. I've been doing it for 2 years, and I train his brother, his sister, and his mother. So does that sound like someone who trusts my service? And he's one of the most guarded men in the world because he's world famous. And it took me a while to get into his camp, but that's a whole other story. I trained to sign up for the newsletter, keep an eye out for the newsletter because we're going to shoot a video. We shot a video with his mother, actually, and she demonstrated some exercise. She's 77 years old. She was very skeptical about working out with me, and she came in a year ago and started, and it's an amazing story. It's a great inspiration to you guys. She set her personal best records last week in a standing dumbbell curl with 35 pounds, dumbbell chest press with 25, and she beat her RPMs on the bike for a minute challenge, interval cycle. She is so excited, and we shot a video with her, and she was very skeptical. She didn't want to be on the video because she said, who am I? Well, 75% of Dr. Mercola's list is 60 to 70-year-old, well, 40 to 70-year-old women sitting at home just like her. So she got really excited and she's improved her balance, her stability, her bone density, her muscle mass. I mean, it's an amazing story. So now it's fun to see this little frail lady who started walking a year ago, and I'm working on her posture, right? So she's standing like this, and she's walking around after working out, and she shoots a video, and she's real excited now, and she sees her ability to help her son, who's world famous, and she's not just a little clerical lady now. And she's real excited about that. Who am I? I'm 46 years old in June. I try to stretch it because I want to get older. Because, I'm a fitness professional, and that's really important that if you're going to get advice from anybody, a chiropractor, a fitness professional, that they lead by example. I've never taken steroids, growth hormone, testosterone, nothing like that in any way. And yes, I am a professional, competitive, drug-free for life bodybuilder, but that's just a hobby. What I really am is for 13 years, my bread and butter has been owning a fitness studio in this area, training the Orland Park community. I was a truck driver for UPS for 16 years, working full-time, raising a family, single-income family. A lot of pressure on me, right? My 2 kids are right back there, actually, Keanu and Lexi. Don't look at them, they'll get really mad at me. So, and that's their boyfriend right there. He's pretty cool, too, the camera guy. So, I'm a blue-collar worker, raised by a blue-collar dad, 38 years electrician, with that technical mindset of you're just going to work hard, work hard, work hard. But I was a football player after for 14 years, 2 years of semi-pro, tried with the Bears, got cut. And then I just loved the feeling of working out, and all I did after that 14-year football career was redirected into bodybuilding because I saw the bodybuilders in the gym, they had ripped abs, they had biceps, they looked great, right? And they had the girls. That was why I asked them, how do you get the abs? I didn't know. And we all can sort of laugh about it, but really when we're 15 to 20 years old, that's a driving force. How do I get the abs? So I started working out like them, which is very different. It's lightweight, nice and slow, feeling the muscle. They eat very differently. Small, healthy meals often with protein and carbs together. About every 3 hours they eat a small meal. So I just transitioned my football career into competitive bodybuilding. So as that was transitioning, I simply had people drawn to me because they liked the way I look and my energy, and like Jack LaLane, you guys probably like me because I feel pretty exciting, right? Well, I started helping people. They're like, wow, you look great. How do you eat? And I said, well, it's simple, just like this. How do you work out? It's like this. So I became a trainer out of necessity, and it feels good to help people. When you help people without asking anything in return, the universe gives you back lots of energy. So I'm feeling great. I'm a truck driver, right? Working 12 hours a day, working out of my lunch hours so I didn't have to go to the gym so I could be with my family at night. And not feeling really great about being a truck driver, you know, because I'm not helping people. But here I'm helping people on my route with food plans. So in 2001, I quit UPS, my full-time job, and I became a trainer and drove up here to Lifetime Fitness. And I've been hitting it ever since, helping people change their body and their life through what I call really the 5 pillars. And if you come in, I'll give you a free workout at my private facility, which is about 4 minutes away from here. But I'm not here to talk about me or really impress you with me. I'm here to impress upon you what Dr. Matt was saying. And that is that you guys can stand up right now and take control of your own health and fitness through, as far as fitness goes, I'll tell you my 5 pillars. But he's going to help you take care of the toxicity first. He'll work with you on the food. That's a great demonstration, by the way. And your body has a remarkable ability to regenerate new healthy cells no matter how old you are, because of the 5 pillars for fitness are resistance training and stretching. You got to build muscle mass up by lifting weights. You got to do cardiovascular work, preferably interval style, short bursts of 60 to 90 second intensity. So it's whatever intensity is for you. If you have not done anything, and I know you have, if someone over here hasn't done anything, they just get off the couch and they walk to the mailbox pretty briskly and back, and that's a pretty intense challenge. And then they do it again a little bit faster. So I can create an interval cardio session for anybody. Okay, so it's resistance training is one pillar, right, and stretching. It's interval cardiovascular work is the second pillar for us. The third pillar is the mindset. It's visualization, it's a goal, having a goal. Coming in and seeing someone and having put a tape measure on your waistline, take some pictures, and in 6 weeks, you got to take that picture again, you got to have that tape measure put on there. Actually, I put the tape measure on the waistline every week, once a week. That way you start to know what you need to do to change your body weekly. So the mindset, not having a poor mindset, not saying it's cloudy outside, but focusing on the glass is half full, and habitually focusing on what you want, not on what you don't want. A lot of people are bad at that. Visualizing the body and the life that you want. So that's part of the mindset pillar. Number 4 is social support. Building up a team around you at home. You say, hey, I really want to make a change. So you try to get a team around you and at least announce your intentions and tell them what you want to do, because if you want to change your life and your mate doesn't, and she's sitting on the couch eating potato chips saying, what are you trying that for? You're gonna turn into a hang-around. You're going to have a really tough time. So you got to work on your support team that's around you. Okay? And so that's the pillars. And real quickly, I'm going to have one of my client success stories talk. I brought him in instead of putting it on the video. But real quickly, probably the most incredible transformation story that I ever have that you guys can relate to. It almost got me on the Oprah show. I actually was in Harpo Studios. I talked to Oprah. I was training her management people. I was putting on clinics. Just wasn't the right time. But the reason why is because I trained a guy by the name of Brian Carnival. I think when he first came, he was 58 years old. He had myotonic dystrophy, a form of muscular dystrophy. All 3 of his siblings died with it, and 2 of his cousins died with it. He retired from the road. He had 1 foot in the grave. I trained his son, and his son radically changed his body with me, and he found out that I was like a fitness psychologist and got inside his head and made him think differently. So he went to his dad and said, Dad, you need to train with Darin because he's not just a trainer. He's not just throwing weight around. You gotta have a specific plan. So Brian Carnival, he started training with me. He lost some inches off the waistline. We drew up a commitment sheet and some emotional elements that he started to focus on living longer. And I forgot to say he had 1 foot in the grave because everyone expected him to die. The doctors did, his family did. It was just unsaid that he was going to pass away because everyone else around him did that had the same disease. So about 6 months in, he started losing inches off the waist. I didn't focus on the long term. I didn't want to blow his mind by saying, you have the ability to live to 90 or 100 because he already thought he was going to die. So we just focused on getting inches off the waistline and seeing the abs. And at 6 years old, to see some abdominal muscles is really cool. He did that, and he got excited. And at that point, when he boosted his confidence a little bit, I said, all right, now let's focus on how long do you think you could live for. So we put that in his commitment sheet. He started focusing on it. And about 9 months in, the doctors did a test and said, wow, your symptoms of well, we knew his symptoms of monotonic dystrophy were stopping because he wasn't shaking and he felt normal. But the doctors confirmed that his heart and his lungs and the inside of his body actually stopped deteriorating, and they were like, this is amazing. That was 10 years ago. He's training with me still today, 3 times a week. He's on fire, and he has actually stopped myotonic dystrophy dead in his tracks by using his mind. So the body has a remarkable ability to regenerate new healthy cells when you move with weight training, when you do cardio, when you eat smaller, healthy meals more often, not the processed junk, when you build up a social support team around you to help support you in your goals, and you change the thoughts coming in your mind and out your mouth and your feelings inside. So I want you guys, that's the really thing I want to impress upon you tonight, that you guys can do it no matter what age, and that's the truth. You can Google search my name, Darin Steen, Fat Loss Lifestyle, the book that I published, and you'll see hundreds and hundreds of videos and testimonials that confirm this. Kit can come up right now. Kit's 49 years old, never worked out a day in his life. He's a blue-collar laborer, right?
Testimonial.
He was over in Ohio, right? Go ahead and flex a little bit for him. All right, he was 49 years old, never worked out a day in his life. He's in Ohio, right? So he says, this is it, man. I can't take anymore. I feel like crap. And he started doing P90X. Okay, so P90X is just an at-home workout system. It's pretty good, you know. Yeah, you know, anything's good if you're not moving. And the P90X is actually pretty good. And you made some progress, right?
Sure.
A little bit of progress. And then he plateaued and he Google searched. What do you think he put in the Google search box? Abs.
Crazy guy.
No.
Crazy guy.
He put in their abs, didn't you?
Yes.
Like everybody wants abs. So lo and behold, one of my videos pops up, this guy from Orland Park saying, you can do it, you have the power to change. And he emails me and he says, I'm from Ohio. The oddest email I think I've ever gotten. I live in Ohio, I'm a blue collar worker, I want to come in and train with you. What'd you say? I forget.
I couldn't find a trainer in my area, and you said you're not going to find a good trainer easily.
Yeah.
And you said that I could come into town and
So he sent me about 3 or 4 emails subsequently, and I said, I've had people fly in. My Fat Loss Lifestyle system has, I'm arguably the busiest fitness trainer in the world. Since 2001, I've sold and serviced over 22,000 workouts, one workout at a time. I believe in what I'm doing. I'm very confident. I've gotten hundreds of people in great shape in a short amount of time. You'll see that if you Google search me. And so I'm very confident. And I've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't work at gaining muscle and losing fat in a time-efficient manner. 2 or 3 hours per week is all that you need. Okay? And I wrote a book about it. I published the book. I think it's one of the best systems in the world. And I've had people fly in from all over the world, actually, and stay in a hotel and do my system for 1 week and take my book home and duplicate the system and create great stories.
that's what he wanted me to do. And when I got here, I wasn't leaving.
He didn't leave. He stayed here. He coincidentally had a family member in a neighborhood close, and he could work on the basement and got a little side jobs. And lo and behold, 4 months later, he's going to stand on stage. And this, I don't want to scare you guys about this bodybuilding thing, but he never worked out a day in his life. He's 49, and he's going to compete in a bodybuilding show in 2 weeks. And he's gained over 1.5 inches on his arms. And he's lost over 4.5 inches of fat and goo off his tummy. Yeah, that's bad stuff, man. You melt it off of there and you look like that. Not everyone needs to look like that. You just need to be the best that you can be. It's about being strong on the inside, really. And
But everybody can get fit. And the Brian, I didn't even know his story. I work out with him every week, and I didn't know that story about him, that he was going to die. Unbelievable story.
and I got guy testimonials over here and female testimonials over here. I'd love for you guys to pick up one when you leave and come in and get a free workout. And the cool thing is that I was a one-on-one trainer up till 2 years ago, and I still do one-on-one training, and I'm very busy training Dr. McCullough and doing a lot of different things. I got trainers that work for me that duplicate my system, but we have affordable group training classes, and we have an incredible system. You've done one-on-one training and group training, right? And
Yes.
when you do group training, it's got a much lower price point. People train with us and transform their body for $90 a month. I didn't come here to solicit you, but if you guys are thinking about tying exercise together with what Matt's teaching you, I'd love for you to come over to my club and try a free workout. And I won't put pressure on you either. In fact, I'll push you out the door, tell you to go away. If you really want to do something, get a hold of me later and we'll talk and see if it will fit you. Cool? Nice meeting you guys.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.